Hey, I'm Brittany, and this is Gardening Made Simple. This series is my first garden, and we're going to be talking about step one today. And this is for all you out there that are new gardeners. This is your first time having a garden. And if that is you, how exciting! Congratulations, because you're getting ready to embark on an awesome journey. And so in this series, we're going to be talking about the three S's, which are spot, soil, and seeds. First thing we're going to be talking about is your spot. And the most important thing when you're talking about your spot is the sun exposure. So most plants love sun, and they want 6 to 8 hours of sun a day. And so I'm going to be walking around my yard to show you kind of the Goldilocks situation when it comes to finding your perfect spot for your garden. You don't want there to be too little sun. You don't want there to be too much sun. You want it to be just right. And so that's what we're going to be looking at today in this video, is finding that perfect spot for your garden. Alright, so this area here in my yard is a place that I wouldn't plant my garden because it actually gets too much sun. And you think, how can plants get too much sun? Well, like I said, they only need about 6 to 8 hours a day. This one probably gets closer to 10 to 12 hours of sun a day, and anything that grows here starts to wilt. And you can see that even in early spring, the grass that grows here is getting really dry. It gets real burned up here, and so it actually gets too much sun in this area. So this area would not be a good place for beginner gardeners to put a garden. Okay, so this area here would not be an ideal place for a beginner garden to put their garden. This already is in the shade. We're about noon, 1 o'clock p.m. and we already have, it's all the way in the shade. So that means it only gets 4 to 6 hours of sunlight, which you can grow it. You can grow here, and I do grow here, but that's more of a gardening 102, and we will get to that later. But beginner gardeners, this is probably not your ideal area to plant your garden there. So this area, the reason why it is so good for sun exposure is that over this way it's east, and then going diagonal here is west. So the sun will just go from that tree line all the way over, and it'll start to hit on these beds right when it comes up, and then it will continue and be directly above them most of the day. And then as it goes over the tree line towards the back of me, it will still have plenty of time. So I get probably around closer to 8 to 10 hours of sunlight in this area. So this is a maximum sunlight, direct sunlight area, and is a great place for most vegetables or most plants in general. If this video was helpful to you and you would like to see more like them, please subscribe below.